I am presently doing a 3-day split for my training. Day 1 is legs, day 2 is push, day 3 is pull. I'm gonna take you through my complete push day today. It's primarily gonna focus on chest and then some lateral work, medial and rear deltoid work at the end. I'm gonna do approximately 8 sets of chest, followed by 8 sets of delts. The chest is primarily gonna focus on pushing movements, and my deltoid work is primarily gonna focus on things like lateral raises or reverse flies. The key for me here is intensity. Every single set after my warm-up set, I'm going to go near to failure. I'm gonna walk you through the entire process of how I train chest and delts. This is my second day, this is my push day training. So first thing first, exercise selection. What exercises I'm picking? So primarily, I wanna hit chest through a number of different angles. So if you think about chest, if I'm doing dips, I'm hitting the chest. If I do decline press, I'm hitting the chest. If I do flat press, I'm hitting the chest. If I do a low incline, I'm hitting the chest. If I do a high incline, I'm hitting the chest. If I do overhead, even with overhead, I'm hitting some chest. So you can hit your chest from a number of different angles. So that's the first thing I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about what angles am I going to press from. My first exercise, I want to be an exercise that I can really lift heavy. Typically for me, I start with lower reps, something that's going to be between like 6 and 8 reps for my first exercise. Then my second exercise, I'm going to go with a little bit higher in reps, maybe somewhere around 10 to 12 reps. And my final exercise is going to be something like flies, or it's going to be dips with a light enough amount of weight that I can get somewhere between 10 and 15 reps on that exercise. So I start with my heavy movement first, do 3 sets, then I go to my second movement, maybe something like dumbbells, maybe something like a machine that involves less stability, and then my third exercise is going to be something like a fly or dip, like a body or close to a body weight dip where I'm doing a lot of repetitions. That's how I kind of think through the process. I think it's very important to start with warm-up sets before you start training. So for example, I have 135 in the bar. This is going to be my first warm-up set, and my warm-up set should not be challenging at all. My first warm-up set, I typically do about 8 to 10 reps. I'm just trying to get my body warmed, and I'm trying to get primed for my exercise together today. I'm looking to make sure that I'm not in pain while I'm doing this exercise. I'm also looking to make sure that I'm feeling the intended muscle group while doing this exercise. So, low incline press. That was 8 repetitions. First thing I know is I need to push my bench back a little bit. It's a little too far away from me. So I can kind of get a good angle on where I need to press from. I'm gonna take about a 2-minute break before I do my second warm-up. I then increase weight and I start my second warm-up set. So my first set, I'm just trying to get my body warm. I'm trying to feel out the exercise, and I'm trying to make sure that I'm set up. Huge mistake that people make when training is they don't have proper setup. They go right into the set, and if you're not set up properly, you're not gonna get optimal results. You're gonna be moving around the whole time. You're not gonna be able to provide the stability that you want for hypertrophy. To build muscle, you wanna be able to be stabilized, because the more stable you are, the more force you can generate. So I have my exercise set up here, and now I'm gonna load some more weight on, and I'll do my second warm-up again about 2 minutes later after my first warm-up. So now I have 225 in the bar. This is my second warm-up set. For my second warm-up set, I've increased my weight. I've gotten closer to what I'm going to be using for my working sets. And on the second warm-up, I do south of 5 reps. That means I might do 3 reps, I might do 4 reps, I might do 5 reps. Again, I'm just checking how my body is feeling. I'm making sure that my setup is better than it was on my initial warm-up set. And I'm also just warming up my muscles and getting them primed to lift very heavy weight. Second warm-up set. So it's 4 reps. Again, I just want to make sure I feel good. I can retract my scapula. I'm not feeling any pain, and I want to make sure that I'm just getting primed to do my working sets. And I'm also just getting a feel for what is the weight I can lift today. Maybe I'm going to do 275, maybe I'm going to do 245. Right now I'm going to load the bar with 265. I'll probably do my first working set there. Probably 275 to 265 is the weight I can lift today. Not every day you're gonna hit a PR. This isn't gonna be a 295 day, but I think I can do 275, approximately 8 reps. I'm gonna try to keep it between that, like I said before, 6 to 8 range in terms of how many repetitions I'll get. So this is gonna be my first working set. I've done 2 warm-up sets. On each of the warm-up sets, I took approximately 2 minutes between them. So I'm about 5 minutes into my workout now, and I'm doing my first working set. If I had any pain anywhere, if I had pain in my extensor, if I had pain in my pec, I might have foam rolled before I started my training session, like maybe done like an extensor stretch, something like that. I'm presently feeling fine, so I didn't need to foam roll. And again, about 5 minutes into my training session now. At this point, I'm gonna do my first working set, and I'm looking to get 6 to 8 repetitions. I think it'll be closer to the 8 reps for my first working set with 265. So that is 6 repetitions. I probably could have got a couple more, but it's my first set. I'm trying to go very, very near to failure. Typically when I do a low incline press, I typically pick Smith machine exercises. So that's why there's a little discrepancy. Usually I do 275 for about 8 reps on the Smith machine. Say there's about a 20-pound difference. So if you can do 285, for example, for 8 reps on a Smith machine, it'll translate to about 285, or pardon me, 265, 4 sets with the barbell. So 3-minute break now. I take about a 3 to 4 minute break depending on the exercise for my working sets, especially when I'm lifting heavy. As the weight comes down, maybe for example with my second exercise, my rest breaks will get a little smaller. If I was doing something like a fly, I might only take a 2-minute break. But for something like a heavy barbell bench press, 3 to 4 minute breaks. And again, I'm looking to get 6 reps again now on my second working set, which I'll do in a moment. This is my second working set. It's been 3 minutes later, and again, I'm gonna proceed to get 6 repetitions. Making sure my scapula is retracted. Most important thing is getting a stretch at the bottom of the repetition. So I don't want a shallow press. I wanna get nice and deep and get a stretch on my pecs while I'm lifting heavy weight on exercise 1. Beautiful. Second working set, 6 repetitions. I may not be able to get 6 on my next set, but I'm confident I can get 5. That was pretty close to failure, especially on the lockout. So now we've done 265, 2 working sets. I'll probably take a little above a 3-minute break here, 3.5-minute breaks, and then I'll proceed to my last set where I'll attempt to get, again, my goal is to get 6 to 8 reps, but I know I'll at least get 5. And as long as I'm getting 5 or above, I'm gonna achieve building muscle or hypertrophy. Okay, so 3.5-minute break. I'm now 2 sets in. This is my 3rd working set. I'm really looking for 6 reps, but based on my last one, even if I get 5, it's all gravy. That's why I shoot for a 6 to 8, because worst case scenario, maybe I overperform, I get 9, 10. That's still obviously hypertrophy. Or I only get 5 reps. Again, we're still with hypertrophy, and I know at least, regardless of what I'm able to do, I'm always gonna hit that threshold. Like I'm definitely gonna get 5 in the set. 3rd working set, about 3.5 minutes apart. Braced at my abdominals, feet are back, so I'm nice and braced here, so I can really generate force. If you're not an experienced lifter, make sure you have somebody spotting you when you're training. I've done this all the time. I go barbell squats and people think I'm gonna die. I know how many reps I can get. Especially when you're new to training, things get wobbly, or you might just get really a tight sensation. Even doing this, you could always get injured, so it's great to have a spotter. I'm just extremely confident. I've been doing this for half my life. I watch people do reps every day. I know how to gauge bar speed when bar speed slows down. I knew on my last set, it didn't get difficult until I got to lockout phase. I knew bare minimum I was gonna get 5 good reps on this one. We just finished a slight incline barbell bench press. Now I'm gonna move to some dumbbells. I'm gonna really focus on my stretch, and I'm gonna wanna get more repetitions. I did 6, 6, 5 with barbell slight incline bench press. Here I'm doing dumbbell flat press. I'm looking for that 8 to 10 marker. I'm okay if I get a little bit more, but I really don't wanna get less than 8 reps, so I'm starting out conservatively with 85-pound dumbbells. If I get 11, 12 reps. I'll probably move to the 90s, but I'd rather get a little bit more than a little less here, right? I wanted to start off very heavy. My second exercise, I'm gonna go a little lighter, and I'm gonna drop my rest breaks from about 3 to 4 to probably about 2.5 to 3 minute breaks as I go through these dumbbell bench press. Focus here is getting my elbows apart. Slight tuck, but I want my elbows to stick out because that's how the pec functions. The pec functions by your elbow getting away from your armpit and then closing in together, squeezing in together at the top. So pec functions by coming across the body. So elbow away from insertion point. Insertion point is pec, which is armpit to bicep. Here we go. And again, stretch. So I got 11 repetitions. It was okay. I undershot a little bit, but I'm actually gonna stay there. If I had got like 12 repetitions, I would have gone up in weight. But I think on my next set, I probably am only gonna get 10. I'm gonna end with something where I get higher repetitions, closer to body weight. That'll be something like a dip or some days a fly. We'll play it by ear how I have to feel after 3 sets of this. So I did 3 sets, slight incline press. Now I'm doing 3 sets, dumbbell bench press. I'm gonna take a break, 2.5 to 3 minutes, press again for set number 2 of dumbbell bench press. This is my second working set of dumbbell bench press. When I do this, I am pushing myself very close to failure. I train chest twice in a 7 to 8 day period, meaning that I train chest and then 3 to 4 days later, I'm going to train chest again. If you are training more than 8 sets in a session, more than 10 sets in a session, likely those sets are starting to become junk sets. They're irrelevant. You simply can't generate enough force any longer. That's why for hypertrophy, you should be training a muscle group approximately twice a week. Some cases 3 times, 4 times a week in order to build muscle. The smaller muscle groups like deltoids, you can train them 3 to 4 times a week. Muscle groups like the pec, probably twice a week. Train them, again, 72 to 96 hours apart. This is my second working set of dumbbell flat press. Second working set, dumbbell flat, 5 sets into chest. We got 1 more set in here, got 11 reps again. Probably only get 10 reps on my last working set. Okay, third working set. These have been approximately 2 to 2.5 minutes apart, these working sets. My third, hopefully get 10. Feet underneath me, nice and stable. Focus on that stretch. My third working set, we are 6 sets into chest. First exercise, I went 6 reps, 6 reps, 5 reps. Second exercise, 11 reps, 11 reps. Really, really hard, 10th rep. Now we're gonna go to 2 sets. I think that's all I'm gonna need of machine flies. And I'm really gonna try to get reps here on the machine fly for my third exercise of chest today. Okay, third exercise. Now we are gonna do a fly movement. The only reason to do a fly movement is to get a stretch. It's all about stretch. So it's all about getting deep back there and really stretching my pec. The way I accomplish this is by putting my hips forward, putting out my chest. So if you imagine here I am like in a normal postural position. There I am, I'm exaggerating, I'm puffing out my chest. And then against here, I'm exaggerating, getting a really deep stretch here, squeezing through my elbows. Really deep stretch. Hips are in front of me, Lower back is not supported, it doesn't matter. I just need my mid back, my thoracic, and my upper back supported, and to really focus on squeezing my shoulder blades together, or what's known as in the industry, your scapula, opening up my scapula, squeezing through my elbows. Here we go. Lightweight here, I'm gonna do 15 to 20 repetitions. Hips in front of me, long arms. And I can already tell, this point, remember, setup is key. I can tell this isn't high enough. I need this a little higher. And this is too heavy. And again, I want those high repetitions. I want to at least get 15 repetitions here. Drop your ego. Number one thing you want to do, if you want to get results, if you actually want to look jacked, drop the ego. Stretch. 2, 3. 15 reps, huge stretch. Normally I would go something like a minute and a half, 2 minutes here, break, quicker breaks. When we get into deltoids, we're gonna do much smaller rest breaks, much smaller muscle, smaller rest breaks. Here, I'm gonna take about a 2-minute break, then do my last set, and I'm really gonna push myself to get those 15 reps. I don't care if I have to use rest pause, I have to stop for a minute. I'm gonna get 15 reps and finish out chest day. 8 sets total, 8 hard sets. If you're not training hard, you need to train intensely. You need correct volume, somewhere around 10 sets a week, 15 sets a week, 16 sets, probably under 24, somewhere between like 10 and 20 sets a week of chest, broken up in 2 sessions. Very, very intense sets. 8th set total, 2nd set of flies, 2-minute break. Again, 15 reps again, hard. Set up, again, slight bend in the elbow, hips in front of me. Make sure my scapula stays retracted. Stretch. 10. 11. 15 reps, deep stretch in the pec. We're moving on to deltoids. First exercise will be across the body, lateral raises. Love cables because with the dumbbell, you only get tension on the top portion of the motion. With the cable, you get continuous tension on the delt the entire time through. I focus a lot of my pressing movements on my push day. I don't do a lot of overhead pressing because I already have good front delts. So most of my work on my deltoids, it's gonna be my medial and then my rear delt, the back. Let's start delt training. Just finished phase 1 of my push day, that was chest. Now I'm gonna work on my medial delts, the outside of my delts. So, starting with cross the body. Nice long arms, wrists away from my body as I come up. I'm not shrugging through the motion. I like to go very near to failure on my deltoids. I'm gonna take about a 2-minute break in between sets. I got 15 reps. I'm gonna aim for 4 working sets of cross the body lateral raises, each set getting approximately 15 reps. Definitely more than 10 reps. I think I'll be between that 12 and 15 on every single one, but I'm going near failure, so it's likely the reps will slowly go down as I'm training. For my smaller muscles, I go so close to failure that I nearly drop down. My bigger muscles, I try to pick a number and hit them in every single round. So, for example, when I did slight incline press, I was trying to get 6 to 8 every single time. I really picked a number. I said I'm gonna get 6 every time. For my flat press, I was like, I'm gonna get 10 every time. I undershot a little bit and got 11 reps, but pretty consistent. With my flies, it was like 15 every time. With these, I'm gonna go near failure, get approximately 15, but I might drop down in reps by my 4th set. Set number 2, 2-minute break in between. First set, I got 15 reps. Again, long arms, hands in my pocket, I'm reaching down. Now I'm reaching away. Reaching down, under control, reaching away as I do my cross the body lateral raises. 13 reps. I said I would go down. I got 15, I got 13. I really want to make sure that I get around 15 reps, so I'm hoping that I don't drop more than 12, but I may, so I might extend my rest breaks just because of that. So next one, I'm gonna do 2 minutes from now, and I'm gonna try to get again around 15 reps. Third set. Oh. 15, 13, 13, 4 set, 2-minute break, last set, across the body lateral raises. Fourth working set, 12 reps, come on. 4 working sets, 15, 13, 13, 12. Dig deep, guys. The hardest part about the gym is getting there. Once you're there, it's just increments of 30 seconds at a time. Just think about that. I can do anything for 30 seconds. You can force yourself to get another rep. You can always add a 2.5 on each side of the bar and hit a PR. Push yourself. You gotta get to the gym. 90% of the battle is that. The next 10% is just going as hard as you can, intelligently. Calculated decisions, but hard work. Okay, final part of my push day. Upright rows, 3 to 4 sets. I've already done 4 sets of delts with the lateral raises near to failure. Now we're gonna do some upright rows. I take a wide grip. I like an easy bar. I want my wrists to be comfortable because otherwise you're gonna jack up your shoulders, guys. "12 reps. I'm gonna try to get approximately 12 reps on all 3 to 4 sets of these. I'm gonna play it by ear. I've already got a great pump in my delts, so we'll see after the 3rd set if I even need a 4th set. Minimum amount of effective dose of hard sets, I would say, is 6. Usually it does not take me past 8, especially in muscle groups that are smaller, like deltoids. Sometimes maybe I need like a 9th set of pec, but really if you have to do more than 10 sets, you're doing something wrong. Set 2. When I lift, I try to have control of the weight the entire time. Positive and negative, I'm under control of the weight. So I'm lifting explosively, but I still have control. I can stop at any point. I want my muscles to work, not momentum to work. 3rd and final set of upright rows. Tell after the last one, we're good to go. We're gonna get 8 sets of chest, 7 sets of delts today. Oh, yeah. Okay, train intelligently, make calculated decisions, proper amount of volume, and bring the intensity when you show up to the gym. That is how you are going to get the results you've always wanted while training. Thanks for joining me. This is our push day.